people need to stop thinking in terms of, hey, how can I achieve maximal muscle growth or optimal muscle growth unless they are seriously going to remove limitations. Hey everybody, I thought I would chat with you guys and gals a little bit about this today. And I want to be clear, when I make this statement, I am saying actually the opposite of what some people think. There's nothing wrong with chasing good gains, even great gains that are not maximum or optimal. So I want to be clear there. And in fact, I would go so far as to say that the majority of people out there listening, the majority of people training who are chiming in, honestly need to be thinking in terms of, hey, how can I just make really good gains, not maximum or optimal? And the reason I say that, I get a lot of questions because people will impose limitations, okay? They will impose limitations. Hey, Jason, can I get maximum back growth doing just rows and deadlifts? Okay, just barbell rows and deadlifts. So like they're going to do 2 exercises. Well, the answer is obviously no. People say, what do you mean? People could build amazing backs off that. I never said you can't build an amazing back off that. What I said is you're not going to get every last single percentage in drop off of only 2 exercises. Not for a complex set of muscles like the back. There's a lot of muscles in there. There's at least 6 major muscles in your back. And if you really think that you're going to maximize their growth with 2 exercises, I've just got bad news for you. Now, can you build a back that's better than 99% of the guys at the gym? Probably. But it's not maximum, it's not optimal. So when people start using the words optimal, my assumption is you are talking about getting every last 0.5% of muscle growth. So in other words, when you say maximum, if your body is capable over the next year of gaining 8 pounds of muscle, right, in a perfect scenario, and you gain 7.9 pounds of muscle, that wasn't maximum. You left a microscopic amount that you can barely measure on a scale over the course of a year. You left it on the table. So that's not maximum, right? So again, it's begs the question of, are you just chasing good gains? Are you just chasing nice, solid, respectable progress? Or are you actually chasing optimal or maximum? Because if you were chasing optimal, you will say things like, I will do anything. Like if I need to do 7 exercises for my back every week, I will. If I need to do 18 sets for my back, I will. By the way, I don't think most people going over 20 sets will do anything. That's my opinion. I understand that's a controversial statement. I don't think it will cause a single drop of muscle growth for 99% of people. Now, some people don't like to hear that. These ultra high volumes, I don't believe in them. But if we're going to look at that, yeah, you need to be doing that. You need to be hitting every angle possible. If a person says, hey, I am chasing maximum muscle growth, I'm like, okay, so are you going to manage your stress perfectly? Are you going to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep every night, 365 nights a year? No late nights up, no excuses, okay? Are you going to maximize your sleep and sleep quality for the whole year, every single night? Okay? If you're not going to do that, you shouldn't be thinking in terms of optimal. Is your diet going to be perfect? Okay? Is your diet going to be perfect, or are you going to have a little bit of wiggle room? Is your programming going to be perfect? Or are you going to hire a coach or someone else to absolutely optimize it, who really knows what they're doing? People say, well, no, I'm not going to do all that. I just wanted really good gains. I just don't want to leave any gains off the table. Well, you are. But here's the thing that I would ask to people. Are you going to compete in something? Is your living going to be tied to this in some way? Are you trying to become a professional bodybuilder? Are you trying to become a professional athlete? What are you doing? And if the answer is no, if you are doing it purely recreationally to enhance your lifestyle, I'm going to go so far as to say you don't need to maximize 100% of your possible gains. Because if you're doing it just to enhance your life, you see where I'm going with that? You're going to make sacrifice. You're going to give up a lot of things in your life to do that. You're going to give up a lot of things in your life to do that. And if that's not enhancing your life, okay? And again, I don't mean this nonsense of, well, you got to live, and eat junk and drink. I'm not saying all of that. I don't think people should be doing that if they even care about their health. So we're setting that aside. I'm talking about, are you going to make sure that you follow that set sleep schedule? Never miss a workout. Perfect fatigue management in your training. 365 days a year. Perfect diet, perfect nutrition. Okay. Notice I didn't even mention supplementation because that's almost not a factor. So again, that's the con artist salesman who will jump in with, well, perfect supplement. No, supplements don't. Most of them aren't going to add anything. Some of them help a little. But again, not even going to go there. Sure, it can help the last little bit, certain things. There's some creatine and extra protein powders and stuff. Maybe a vitamin. All right, that's fine. But that falls back under perfect nutrition, doesn't it? Your diet should be comprising most of that, your food choices. All right, so that setting that aside, I would say to people, what's wrong with just good gains? If you're not pursuing this for some extremely serious endeavor, you don't have to maximize. Focus on good gains. So when people ask these questions, hey, can I make maximum? Well, no, but you can make really, really good gains. And if you make good gains consistently because you're not chasing the bleeding edge all the time, because keep in mind, when you're chasing optimal, you are at that bleeding edge all the time. You can stay within your recovery easier, have less inflammation, everything else, if you're simply pursuing really good results. Okay? Do you just want the best physique or the best lifts from anybody at your company you work at? Well, you don't need optimal probably to do that. Do you want to look really good at the beach? You want to look really good for your wife or girlfriend? Yeah, you don't need maximum or optimal for that. Okay? So people need to understand that difference. So again, this is stuff that even I as a coach have to deal with clients. Like, what are you willing to do, and what is your motivation for doing it? And this is the stuff that people need to be asking themselves. But then they need to not be disillusioned. If I tell you no, you're not going to maximize every last drop of muscle growth off of 2 exercises, and they get upset. It's like, well, don't put limitations. If your goal is to say you want every single last drop of gains, you cannot put limitations in your life or your training or your diet or your lifestyle at all. In fact, you're even going to change your job to a less stressful job. Okay? And most people aren't going to do that. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with just pursuing really good results. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.